VPN stuff. JCap get cotton. Rip viewership. Bye. Hello, good night. I'll wait for a minute before I start talking again. As soon as I started talking about CSGO, my VPN kicked in. It's like, okay, dude. It's fine. It does it once in a while. It's just a security protocol I have set. Yeah, but like trading skins on blockchain, I don't know, man. It's kind of a low take, because you know what? Assumingly the value of the NFT is tied to Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin goes down, NFTs go down. Like, there needs to be an independent module that has enough pull and clout to stand on its own without being affected by Bitcoin. How much viscosity does trend have? Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about the whole NFT and skins? I don't really think it's... I think you need something with enough clout to have be able to stand on its own. Like, see, I could see CSGO standing on its own, and I don't think there's any other game in the industry that would be able to capitalize on that. Anything else, I feel like, is just an idea grab. The IP has to be worth supporting to have skins that are actually valuable over time. CSGO will never die, dude. CSGO is definitely not a dead game. CSGO is never going to die. Hammer is heavy today. Yeah, yep. Gotta get my daily ban in. Do you go through a checklist when posting on YouTube? Yes, I do. Let's play Red Dead. I was actually considering playing Red Dead 2, because you know what? I think they're going to implement RP servers. 5M is talking about doing an RP server on Red Dead 2. So I was thinking I was going to go and actually play some Red Dead 2. We going 100k now, maybe? Daily quota, yeah. People are selling OnlyFans NFTs. Just because people are selling NFTs doesn't make them valuable. People will buy anything. You can put a for sale sign on a rock and somebody will buy it. I think NFTs, the real value in NFTs, like I think there's a big crossover for the real art world to go into NFTs, so that there's digital ownership and copyright to that. So I think there's a big crossover in real value for artists, for real artworks, like, you know, famous artists, people who do paintings. OCD triggered. Is it the light again, dude? Oh my god. It's not your light, it's my price scaler. Currently in BTC short around 31.9. I would not have been shorting BTC from 31.9. I was looking for a long at 31. 1,100 and the range exists everywhere. Like we'll talk about we will talk about what Bitcoin did and when it hit and everything, and it's very straightforward, guys. We can talk about it for sure, but I'm just catching up on chat first. So apparently this is an update. So when I hit shift, this is what I get. Like I'm holding shift on my keyboard right now. Like click, 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 hold shift, click, right? Click, 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 click. Now hold shift, click. This is what I get. I get this stupid. Maybe if I turn magnet tool off, maybe it's like auto assigned to magnet tool. No, I haven't done anything with my charts either. This is just the this is just how it's been. So this is great because you know what, AVE down, all this stuff is going down. I did sell my position last night before bed, so that was good. 88 and AVE down, I did take my profits in those, so that's good. Left side 7th tab. Okay, talking about this thing, date and price range. Oh yeah, no, I don't care about that. No, what, dude? No, I just want to use my shift key. I just want things to go back to the way they were. I just want this without the volume in the bars. I don't know why they added that. It's fine. I'm just being nitty. It's not a big deal. Yeah, but you guys are misunderstanding the point. I like to use my shift key. What happened to 31k? Got hit, dude. Okay, let's catch up on chat and start charting. Literally, CSGO skins are worth 20 to 30k. Yeah, dude, they're still skins. Like, Dragon Lords are still worth a lot of money. How many BEs are left? Like, over 100? Did someone get banned? Yes. Someone asked why I never take trades and I analyze things after they happen. I just ban them. That's somebody who's lost money. That's somebody who counter traded me, lost money, and now is like lashing out in chat. I told everybody it was going to the 31 range. We talked about this all week. I told people it was going to target the 4 hour, which it held the 4 hour, which is right here, right? You've got your 4 hour right here. Oh, magnet tool is not on. I've told people all week, even yesterday, you know, your range exists from here. Well, no, it's more like here. Your range exists from the bottom here. Like that's your range. Like I've talked about this all week. The only thing that has to do is the 4 hour level has to hold, and that's it. And so it did. And you pick your target underneath that. In this case, it was the hourly. Well, it wasn't actually the hourly that got held. It was something else holding it up, but that's fine. The hourly is there too as well. So if you had the hourly, you would have been just as right. The 4 hour and the hourly range, and that's it. And so the 4 hour held, the hourly got hit. It's better entry on the 4 hour and it moves up. It's as simple as that. Loses trend, dumps to the 4, hits the 1, moves back over trend. Now it's fighting its other level. It's very, very, very straightforward what happened. Been talking about this, like going to this 31 range, like literally for the past week and a half. It's just taken a bit to get there. Yeah, so somebody got banned because they were like, oh, how come you always mark the levels after they happen? I don't mark them after they happen, dude. I talk about this daily. All this stuff is all here. So I just banned them. Go learn to trade somewhere else if you think you can do better, man. Easy peasy. People switching to Valorant. Valorant is new, right? Valorant is a great game. Dota 2 skins. Yeah. Valorant is booming for sure. What are the metrics on Valorant versus CSGO right now? Let's check real quick. Let's do Twitch deep dive, check metrics on Valorant versus... We're going Twitch deep dive right now. Top viewers not recommended. High to low. Valo 116, where's CSGO? Gotta scroll down, Cotton. Actually wonder if you have to scroll down. Okay, where's... Yeah, Escape from Tarkov's doing good as well. Dota 2, always Dota 2 is gonna be... Yeah, CSGO is still thriving, dude. 53k. CS:GO has massive viewership during tournaments. The thing about Valorant is Valorant has, like, there's a lot of money piped into Valorant. Okay, here's the thing. There is a ton of money that gets piped to Valorant. Like the tournaments that are supported by Riot, like Riot is an engineering machine. So the way Riot runs their IP is they take as much money as they can and they throw it at the system. They go and they make tournaments. They have leagues. They have professional teams that get signed. Like CS:GO used to do the same thing, but now CS:GO is just run on its own. They don't, like, Valve or Steam or whoever's in charge of like the financial obligations for CS:GO. They're not throwing money at CS:GO anymore. They used to do that back when CS:GO was first, like 1.6 source transitions were happening. They had like paid teams, all that. Now our orgs just do all the work, so they don't have to. This is purely sponsored by Riot. And now orgs are starting to come in, but they're like, I know pro Valorant players, there is a ton of issues with the professional Valorant scene outside of Sentinels, which is, you know, like Shazam and Tens and like a bunch of really good players. I think Dubs is on there. Hams or whatever his name is. I don't remember all the two. Like I know Tens and Shazam because I watch both of them play Valorant. They're on my follow list. Outside of like Sentinels and maybe one or two other teams, it's a complete shit show. Like it's actually a shit show. 100 Thieves is like a pretty good example of that. I believe they are by no means tier 1 players. You've got like Hiko on there and just like all these, maybe they have like one tier 1 player, but like Hiko's washed. He's been washed for a long time. Like I love Hiko, he's an awesome player. He's not washed. Okay, I shouldn't say that, that's actually really rude. Hiko's not washed. He's just not able to compete at the level where some of the other CS gods are competing. He's actually a really good player and he's extremely intelligent. Like the thing about Hiko is his value as a player is in his ability to analyze. So he's actually a tier 1 player, just different. People think of players like, oh, god tier aim, auto snap headlock, jiggle peek one taps, AK wall bang headshot. Like it's, yeah, fine, good. You have players like that, like Simple and, you know, guys like that who are just like natural born gods. Hiko is like a super intelligent human being and he's a great analyst of the game and he's constantly grinding to figure things out. Every team needs a Hiko. And he, for like the IQ player, Hiko's one of the best. So like Hiko is just not, so when you say like Hiko's not good, it's just he's so overvalued in his IQ take that it makes him like god tier. So Hiko is a god tier player. It's just he's not like a headshot auto locker. He's got good aim. He's not able to keep up with some of those other guys, like maybe Tens, or because Tens is pretty sick, dude. Tens is like a sicko. So Valorant is really good, but there's a ton of problems in the professional circuit with Valorant about actual talent playing the game versus who can create a team that's just a money generating machine, which I suppose is just the way that it has to go in Valorant because it's new. So I guess it's not a bad thing, but you know, I do talk to a lot of high level pros and they tell me like the system is broken right now. I'm sure there's Valorant people in chat right now who are going to chime in on this and be like, yeah, the system's completely broken. It's not based on skill. I think 100 Thieves is a good example of that. They're kind of like a put together team, but like 100 Thieves is awesome, dude. Like Nadeshot is killing it. I just think they need a different roster. But again, I don't know much about Valorant. Just from what I've seen, it seems like there's a missing piece in their roster somewhere. Like they've got a lot of really good players, but maybe there's like a missing piece or two there. But they're considered one of the top teams. But if you put that same mashup in CS:GO, dude, they wouldn't even be able to compete on ESEA. And it's not that they're not good players, it's just there's a kind of a missing piece there somewhere. It's not that they're not independently tier 1 players. There's a lot of independent tier 1 players on 100T, but they kind of are falling short, I think. So I don't know. Valorant has some issues with its pro scene right now, and maybe it's because there's so much money put in from Riot and it's not org based. It kind of feels like a financial machine more than a skill / org based system, but I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. The thing about Counter-Strike though, it's all run by orgs now. So I don't know, man. Like Valorant, I think it's a great game. I think there's a lot of cool stuff going on. I applaud Nate and 100T for taking a strong stance into taking ownership into this IP. Great on them, man. Sentinels, the players on Sentinels, great players. There's some other really talented people in Valorant. You know, some of the pioneers of Valorant, and you know, you just hope that Valorant continues to grow as an IP and that they flesh out these things, and that maybe it can take down CSGO. But like, I kind of feel like CSGO is just never going to die, dude. It's just too established. People like the reality take on CSGO. People like Simple, not the player, like Simple. Mollies are mollies. There's not poison balls and this and that. Like, it's fine. It's cool. It's a fresh take on Valorant. But I think there's a lot of people who just like the traditional sense of military shooter, CSGO, op. The simplicity of it never changing. People love that. This is what I love about CSGO, the simplicity of a molly always being a molly, not having to worry about skin updates and a new hero comes out and they've got a molly, but it looks different and it goes to this, and learning these new mechanics. That's great for, you know, the League of Legends mindset, but you know, there's a lot of people that like that classic take, and I'm one of them with CSGO. But I do like Valorant. I think Valorant's a sick game. Valorant is pretty good. It's just, you know, I think saying CSGO is gonna die because of Valorant is pretty crazy. I don't think CSGO will ever die. They'll release an update and then CSGO will boom to like 1 million people. Like, wait till CSGO gets into its next form, and then you see like 1 million viewers because everybody abandons everything else just to play the new CSGO, right? Or CS, whatever it's called, the new Counter-Strike. Like, holy crap, dude. Because that's like a trick that's still in their pocket. They could just go through a 1 or 2 year overhaul, make the next CSGO version, and that's it. And it's like, yeah, GG, right? Valorant still needs to grow. Valorant is a very early product. It's great. It's fresh. It's all the hype, but don't say that CS is like gone, because CS is far from gone. CS will never die. It's way too established. I was like when people said WoW was dying, and look at WoW now. And I get WoW has its own problems with microtransactions and player base, and you know, people like Asmongold have a problem with it, and it's all of their stuff is relevant. Asmongold has a problem with World of Warcraft, so do a lot of pro players, and it's like everything they say is relevant. But to think World of Warcraft is going to die over some people complaining it's not going to happen. But yeah, there's like a lot of problems with WoW right now. But WoW, people said WoW was dead like 10 years ago. Look at WoW now, 10 years later. Hello. So it's kind of like the same thing, right? World of Warcraft, CSGO, Dota, like these are just IPs that aren't going anywhere. Valorant's a good game. That's where I'm going to leave that. Valorant is a very good game with a lot of promise, and I applaud people like Nate and 100T for taking a stance in the industry and, you know, getting into something new and taking a risk on a brand new IP made by, you know, a giant of a company. Riot Games, they're huge, right? Like, it's a great take. It's a great game to be involved in. It's a great IP to be involved in. I think it's just all around fantastic. I just think it needs time to grow. Every year since 2010, WoW was dead. Yeah, and it's like, look at WoW now, right? WoW is booming. Uh, 31,352 is an hourly level. There's also a hidden level on the chart that it targeted. The hourly level is nice that it's there, but there's a hidden level that it targeted. But the hourly does hold it too, so you could have had either level and it's fine. As long as the 4-hour holds, it's all that matters here. You're just expecting it to go a bit deeper into the range, but it's fine. It can go there. It's like, oh, it's all the same move. At that point, the 4-hour holds, and it's just telling you something very specific, right? Is Tether a scam? I don't know, dude. I don't think so. Who knows? Have I played Witcher? Yeah, I played the first Witcher. Didn't play the second one. Great game. WTF is a miss. Tether is not a scam. I would say no, but who knows, man. TS 1.6 and like Source and then 1. Yeah, 1.6 is great. Surfing is the real CS:GO, dude. The Netflix series on Witcher is awesome. Yeah, I agree. It's really good. I just saw the season 2 trailer. It looks really good. Yennefer. You're able to paste tweets on the charts. Oh, what are you doing, TradingView? What? Now open my email address for TradingView competitors. They're forcing me percentage and tying tweets on charts. Dude, now open my mailbox, dude. HMU, hit me up, dude. Anybody looking to compete with TradingView? HMU, hit me up. We'll make it happen. You're waiting for Stranger Things? Yes, Stranger Things is dope AF. I love Stranger Things. Season 1 was great. Yeah, season 1 was awesome. I hope you find a resolve for that shift key. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm damned. 100 BE, well, yep. Blueprint is not done. I just need to record more. NFTs to track mail. Yeah, I think logistics is a great use case for blockchain. It's where I've always said the use of blockchain, one of the biggest ones will be logistics. So that's great that United States Postal Office is getting into logistics tracking through blockchain. That's smart. Blockchain? Blockchain. Pray for 45k Bitcoin. What will ETFs do at that point? ETF downs will go to 0, man. Having weekly level 32.7. I will be looking at weeklies right now. AXS. You guys with your AXS, I swear to God, if I go here and this thing isn't moving, everyone's banned. Stream's over. Okay, you guys got lucky. This is like luck take. Yeah, I mean, we looked at AXS on the 27th is when Bitcoin tested the bottom of its range. It's going to be moving up since then because Bitcoin hasn't broken its move yet. So like it's a little more complex. This is more like an ETF the way it moves, but this has been like the same it's been for a while now. It's just breaks trend, right? You go through a cycle. Like you just go back to your FOT knowledge. Look, you have your first move here, right? Come on. First cycle. Actually, that would be the second one because the first one is actually technically. I guess you could look for the weekly. Yeah, so it's a weekly, right? Breaks its first piece, right? Hard close to here. Right? Breaks its next piece, setting breakout. Gets over top of this after breakout and it moons. Like this is just like a classic ABCD cycle. Like not ABCD, I shouldn't say that. This is a classic accumulation cycle, like cycles, right? You talk about that in FOT. This is just like a classic cycle. On the 27th, it was when Bitcoin had tested the bottom of its move and Bitcoin held. Bitcoin had been moving down until the 27th of June. And then when Bitcoin held its move on the 27th of June, this has been moving up since. Like this is very, very normal and straightforward. It has been since, right? That was on the 27th right here, when Bitcoin tested the bottom of its move and broke up. So ever since then, Bitcoin has been laddering up and it's still laddering up. So there should be no shock that AXS is moving up. It's just a little harder to see. It should be no shock though. Like Bitcoin tested the bottom of its range, held, so did that. And then it held through its trend break. I got Toes just sub. Dude, thank you so much, dude. Phasmophobia, I've never played that. The skins on Valorant have effects. Yeah, but they're valueless because everybody can own them for the same price. Value of continuing friendships after breakup, because it depends on how, like, what's my opinion on that? Yeah, I mean, it depends on the value, right? I think when you're talking about having somebody in your life, so first off, I think everybody's going to be at a different path in their life. And I think it depends on the context of the breakup. If you really value someone, so this is the way I look at my interactions with people, whether it's through love, whether it's through friendship, no matter what it is, there's varying levels of value behind somebody. Like I would never look for, somebody could be the most attractive person in the world to me, but I need things to fire on different levels. Like I need a multifaceted relationship with people. I need physical, emotional, and intellectual. I need that intellectual stimulation from somebody. That to me is attractive. I need to have a comfortability with some emotionally. I have to have somebody who actually lets their walls down and talks to me real. like a real human being, not just what they want me to see, but actually let me into their mind. That's the emotional. And the physical is just the physical. It's like it's the candy that you see, right? So I mean, it depends on the context of where you are in life, what you value in relationships. If you're at the point where you were with somebody because you thought they were a banger and you broke up and it was really messy, I don't think that's a good scenario to continue a friendship after. It sounds toxic, but if you value their mind, if you feel connected to them emotionally and you value their mind, then I think you can have, something moving forward that's very valuable, and it might turn back into something else, right? But I look at relationships as multifaceted. If it's so linear that it was just a visual thing, it's not very valuable. If it's intellectual and non-physical at all, like if it's like a purely intellectual relationship, then that would be more of like a friendship that you could pursue, maybe, because there doesn't need to be that physical attraction, there doesn't need to be that lust, right? So I don't know, I think you base it on the value of the person, if it's worth pursuing. If this is just somebody who you just don't connect with and fire with on any level, what's the point of continuing a friendship just because you committed time to that person? No, change your life, dude. Like, evolve. Kingsman. Yeah, like evolve. Look for more in life, right? Kind of like XYP9X. So that's the player. So he's on that other team, right? Like I think I know who you're talking about, Jazzy. I think he's like an absolute god tier sicko. He absolutely carries his team, and it's another team, and they played Sentinels this last weekend, and he was a god in that. I watched that game. I watched the cast version of that game on Shroud stream. XYP9X. I think he's a Valorant player, and he's like an absolute, like, he's disgusting, dude. He's like tens or someone. He's disgusting. I think that's who you're talking about, Jazzy. I know who you're talking about. I just don't know. Like, I haven't followed him, but I've seen him play against other teams, and every time he's like top frag, the biggest thorn in the side of the other team. He's like a sick player. If we're talking about the same thing, but I don't know his name, so I think that's who. I think we're thinking about the same person. Apex Legends. Yeah, Apex is chill, but do I bathe right before the stream? Yeah, my office is super hot. I need to figure, like, we're in a heat wave in Canada. It's plus 50 where I live almost every single day. I'm sweating the whole stream because, like, right now the temperature, I think it's almost plus 40. It's 7 o'clock in the morning and we're almost at plus 40 right now. No, not today. Bitcoin halving is garbage. It is. CS has way too many hackers. That's why you gotta play on like ESEA or something. Valid discussion on Cotton stream. PogChamp, yeah. CS ranks, you asking chat or me? I was DMG. I mean, we're just watching Bitcoin right now and talking about chat stuff, so that's cool. We're talking about chat stuff. I want to find a new game to play today. I want to find something that I can actually enjoy, not Hearthstone. What's a hidden level? Talk about it over. I'll talk about it over the course of BE and BE2. FF14 is taking over. Well, yeah. So like, Asmon moved over to FF14. There's a lot of players who are moving to FF14. I played it back in the day when it first came out. Like, I raid pushed in FF14 like 10 years ago when it first came out. That's good. You thought you were late when you started playing 1.3, dude. Lupin is sick too. I'm not sure who does Lupin play for. You expected better from the TV Witcher series, the Witcher TV series. I liked it, and I really like the main actor. Can't remember his name off the top of my head. Oh, why can't I remember his name, dude? I really like him. Last call for blockchain. Everyone banned. Bye, guys. Can I get banned if I leave now? Log doesn't make a difference. Log and auto doesn't make a difference. If you're using log, just use log. If you're using auto, just use auto. But auto should be what you use. More demonic voice when I ban. Dude, I forgot about that. Yeah, Valheim is super cool. I played Valheim a little bit. Hype is dead around Valheim though. Easy to take for granted everything you've learned. Yeah, people seem to forget how much I've taught them, and then they come in here complaining. It's like, dude, where would you have been a year ago if you hadn't watched my lessons? Dr. Love, cotton time feels good, man. Yes. It's pretty easy to see why moves happen now, but I think what I'm struggling now is we'll see them in the moment. Not being a chart historian, but not for long, I hope. Yeah, for sure. Like this move, I mean, we could break down this move, talk about it. We can color code these things so they're proper, so everybody stays on the same page. Because this is a pretty easy spot to see, right? Like this is actually quite a simple spot to see. So you've got yellow is the 4 hour, blue is the 1 hour. I'm just gonna make them like realistic thicknesses here because they're way too pog. And I'm not gonna touch that one. They're just let's move on. I'll let you guys decide which pog it is. Like this is pretty simple, okay? We can talk about this, and so the decision always becomes this. Like, let's go to before the move. So the decision always is this, right? Like, okay, you've got a 4 hour range here. Like I've talked about this relentlessly over the past 2 weeks. I've talked about this 31 range like literally almost every day, saying we are going to target somewhere between 31.6 and 31.050. Like I've been talking about this every single day, and so fine, we get to the range. That's good. I was right. Fine, move on, no big deal. Where's the trade exist though? So you know, you haven't tested this 4 hour yet. You haven't. There's no test on this 4 hour. So as long as this 4 hour can hold in the future, like this isn't testing it, this is creating the range off some other piece. This was laddering off the range, right? That's fine. It's not in question. It's nothing that you need to even consider. So you're going from where the move has to hold. You have everything from where the level can test, where it has to hold, and the bottom of the move where it can go, well, it still continues a higher time frame ladder. So you have like a varying scale of spots where you could be buying. You've got an origin level here, you've got the ladder point here. Look, this targeted the origin level how many times? It's the same thing. Bleeds through, targets the bigger level, targets the origin level. Doesn't mean it couldn't ladder off here. It means in the moment that's going to be decided. Comparative analysis and other reasons why this is happening, right? You've got this here, same thing, rejects the origin. Oh, look, test origin. Oh, bleeds through the origin. You're wrong. Just like, no, dude, you have to understand there's varying parts of a move, and understanding what actually has to hold a move up is the key piece. This would be a completely different move if it had gone down, tested this. Everything that happens here after will be completely different than everything that happens here, right? So the only thing that matters is it holds the 4 hour level, because the 4 hour level, the range on the level, has to hold. So then you have different pieces of this. You have the same level on the hourly, right? You have the same level on the hourly. You have the same level on the 15. You have multiple pieces here that could hold this up, that still remain to keep the integrity of the ladder point, okay? So you can, and we can change this to grays just so there's no visual, like any kind of visual questioning. Oh, what's happening? So we go to the move. All right, we'll slow it down to a 5-minute chart. Oh my god, range is holding. This range has been here forever. This range has been here for a while. This is not something we've just tied to a candle and been like, it's holding. No, like this was seeable. This was a seeable trade. This was a visually seeable trade. This was a visually seeable trade, right? So you go to this move. And so we were in the expert tier session last night at 7 p.m. Okay, 7 p.m. What time is that? 1900. And I told those guys that Bitcoin's moving down, because everybody was so concerned about Bitcoin's moving up. I'm gonna miss it. And I kept telling everybody in the session, so if there's anybody here who is in the expert tier session last night, they can vouch for this. And I told everybody, if you break this, the move is gone. There's no longer a move in Bitcoin. If this breaks, the move is gone. Okay. And I kept telling people, because everybody was like, oh, we should long, we should long, we should long. There wasn't everybody saying that. There's a few people asking, should we long? I think it's smart. I don't want to miss a move. And I'm like, well, yeah, it could break up. And then we got into deeper theories of what you would look for and things like that. But ultimately, the tone of it was that it's moving down. Like, don't take your risk here. You're going to test that next level. So you're in this trade last night, and you could be worried like, oh, it's moving up, and when you break this level, it's gone. This was a tone of last night. Like, there was more to it than this. You could have seen it earlier. I won't go into that, but when you break this level, Bitcoin is gone to the next range. And so that's exactly what happened. So like, all of this is so straightforward. And then you test the 4 hour. Okay, so it's like, oh, I was lower in the move, it's not getting there. You still have time to get to that 4 hour. It's like, or to this level down here, all the way down to like 31,000 flat, which is kind of where I was saying, like, anywhere from 31.6 to 31,000 is where it's going. It's a zone. Yes, that's fine. It's a zone, but you have to play it in the moment. I missed the trade. I'm not playing a zone. I'm not calling out zones. That's not what it is. Here's the 4 hour. The 4 hour is holding. At this point, when the 4 hour starts to establish, the best thing you can hope for is to get into that hourly. If you had melted through this 4 hour and just went down, this is like an extreme knife catch down here. This is where you have the opportunity to lose no money, be in this trade while the 4 hour can still hold, and it's an extreme knife catch where it can bounce over the level. Once the move starts developing like this, the 4 hours hit and it's holding over top, this is gone. This expectation completely gone. The best you could hope for is either getting entry on the ladder point of this trade. So you could be something like this. The best you could hope for would be to ladder off this or get into the hourly. That's it. There's nothing past this hourly that can hold the move. If this doesn't hold, the whole move is broken. So this trade doesn't exist anymore. So you can't even take 31x. You would have to have been in the moment to see this. Breaks its trend, right? Probably makes a 15. Oh, no, it just broke its 15. It already had a 15. Yeah, it makes it. I wonder if it had an hourly. No, there's no hourly. That's fine. Has a 15-minute hard closes. It dumps. This presumably may have been the best spot you could have got in on Bitcoin. Right here, like I said, it can ladder off the move now. This or the hourly would be it. That's it. There's nothing left in this. It's not going to the deeper range. It has to hold the 4 hour at this point. At this point, it's like, you're not in the trade, don't get in it, or target the hourly. But because if this move breaks, you're not going to bounce. You're not going to bounce off this anymore. And then you have the hourly level and the hourly bounces you. And it's as simple as that. Like, this is not like a crazy trade. You just have to be a really good trader to understand how to play the move without risk, right? Like, this is the only thing that needs to happen here is the 4 hour needs to hold. And that's perfectly fine. The ladder, the final trend stays intact, and that's it. It's so straightforward. It's not even funny. I don't even think a 1 minute hard closed on this. It didn't. It just dumped down and boosted right over top of it because the 4 hours already established. So people are going to run to get into this trade. The 4 hour, it's already holding. It's already establishing time frames. Look at the hourly candles, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's already held for 7 hours at this point. It's already been holding for like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's already 7 hourly candles holding. So it's just a matter of the trend and the move is there, right? The level's going to hold the move, and that's it. It's simple. There's only 1 or 2 entries that you could take on this before it moves up. So your best case scenario is that it tests the next level and the move is still holding. Like, this is about as straightforward as it gets in trades. And the reason why this one was targeted is for a different reason. It's because it's a hidden level, but just so happens the hourly and the hidden level are within a few dollars of each other. So it's fine. It's like perfect entry. The move is so straightforward. Like I always say, all that has to do is hold the range, and then it holds its trend because it doesn't hard close a trend on the same time frame it's targeting. Targeting a 4 hour, never hard closes the 4 hour trend, so it's still in play, right? And then you just have trend fails, trend regains, bounces off trend, it's testing its next level. It's so beyond straightforward, this trade. So I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at that. I worked with Anton Creel. No, dude. Did you check out the Rational Mail book? No. How to Find a Partner evolved. Terraria? No. Don't play it. Mixwell, don't know what that is. Binding of Isaac? Never. Oh, I watched a lot of it, never played it. No, Fibonacci's useless, dude. Talk about the psychology behind hedge funds? In what way? He's always winning the most important clutches. XYP9X? No, I'm not sure. I thought he was a Valorant player. My science will definitely get the recognition. Lupin is a TV show. Yeah, so that I know what that is. That's about like a bank heist. I really like the main actor in that. I know what Lupin is. It's a TV series, Britain TV series, where they do like a bank heist, right? Henry Cavill, yeah, that's his name. I don't watch anime. Competitive strategy game, Castlehold. I'll Google it, man. Oops. No, this looks like no, not my style. Kind of looks like tower defense meets art styling of Apex, something like that. Add more emotes. You can access more emotes, dude. You just have to pay money to access them. There's lots of emotes, dude. I'm like maxed out on my slots. Yep, I was an expert here. This is what he said. Yep. Parish Pennant. Oh, yeah, that's a good way to lose money, dude, using penance. Hey, what happened to the music? Hello? Can you guys even hear the music? You must be able to. Yeah, you can. No, I don't trade for people, dude. You got to do what you got to do with your 31.7 short. I would never have shorted 31.7. That's way too crazy of a short. Extra clarification for a noob like me. You're welcome, dude. Cotton got off the line 20 minutes before the dump. I remember him saying that Bitcoin looks bad and it's going to dump in a few minutes. Yep. So right before the end of the expert tier session last night, I was saying like, yeah, like it's going to dump in the next few minutes if we can't break the move, and it did. So yeah, I mean the expert tier sessions are amazing, dude. Like I get to help people, advise them, and at least show them my thoughts, and if they helps them save money, that's great. The actor is amazing, fits the role perfectly on Lupin. Yeah, is it subtitled? No, it's not subtitled. Fairly new to trading. So Guabe, I always say Guabe. I'm pretty sure it's Gaib, but it's Guabe for me. Guabe, I would just say when you're ready to learn more, you could always consider joining a higher patron tier. I don't mind when my mentees use my chart theme, dude. Why would I mind? That's super cool. I like my colors. Everybody likes my colors. Why not, dude? What is the next range to short BTC? Keep watching the butterfly effect video, Sepper. I'll go a little deeper into your question because you're a cool ass dude. I really don't understand trend behaviors. Can you explain it? Like, what is it behavior and why is it injection points? So I do talk about this in depth in further lessons on butterfly effects. So you'll see a good explanation on them and something called trigger points in the future. So wait for the video on trigger points. That'll answer your question, Sepper. Hard close, I talk about hard close in FO2. There's lessons on FO2 in it. My Omasha Cotton. Nice, dude. Let's go through our charts. Possible short at 33.2. We're gonna see what happens. I change my color schemes all the time, but typically I'm using yellow for 4-hour, red for daily. I will be looking at getting back into like AVE down and ADA down. I took some pretty sick trades on these. I got in. I'm just gonna like I hate doing this math because I always it's like a split position on 2 coins, and one of them I had a partial fill, so I'm just gonna say I made like 28. So we'll just round it to 30. I probably made like 30% between the two, 80 and AVE down. So, and I just buy the maximum you're allowed to on Binance because they have like a maximum that they've implemented now. So I'm definitely gonna be looking to get back into. Not AVE up, no, AVE down. I'm definitely looking to get back into AVE down and ADA down. Those two I'm really avidly looking to take a position on again. I just did 30 on them, and I was gonna get into sushi up last night, and I'm glad I didn't, because sushi up, we were talking about sushi up at 51 sats, and I was saying you gotta wait till it hits a little lower than 51 sats. It was it would have been 7 p.m. last night, right? So it would have been like, I don't even know what the date is, dude. What? July 12th at 1900. Yeah, so in and around here, we were looking at July 13th. No, it would have been the 13th at 1900, right? Like that's, yeah, 1900, like right here. We are looking at this around 51 sats, and I was talking about how like I really want to take a long at 51, but it needs to drop a bit first because Bitcoin is still moving down. So maybe some people took sushi up yesterday if it dropped a few more sats. Like I never really gave an exact target, but more so it's just like coordinating with Bitcoin, right? But maybe hopefully some people took sushi because they'd already be up like 10% or so. That'd be good because sushi up looked pretty good. And yeah, I'm really looking at AVE down and 88 down again, and I'm gonna pick my target when I think it's appropriate. But I think these are really good positions again. ETF play is pretty hype. I love ETF play. I love the idea of starting to hedge ETFs against other ETFs. I really am getting into that. It's like hedging on spot. It's such a beautiful thing. Let's go through our list. Let's go through commodities first. And I'm gonna look at maybe getting into some games. I need something to play, dude. Like I really need something to play. Iron trying to have its breakout. It's so close, man. Iron is so freaking close, dude. Iron's already started to set its breakout. It's already started to pass accumulation here. So, oh my god, dude. Well, it's actually going to be down here, but I don't want to pin it down here because I want to remember when I created it, because it's actually going to be right here. So I want to just pin it where I created it because I need to remember where I created it. You know what? It's fine. We're just going to leave it. I'm not going to screw with my trend. I'm just going to leave my trend, my OG trend. That's fine. It's good. Yeah, we're also going to look at like a different game to play today. Oil, man. Oil is trying so hard to create a move down. Dude, oil is trying so hard right now. Oil, gasoline, whatever. Crude oil, yeah. Cotton gonna have a breakout maybe. Oh, Forex is getting so close to a break. Something like that, like what we said. Just put it back to where it is. It's close. It's close. Moving through these pretty quick, right? Just want to get to stocks and then back to Bitcoin. So I will be playing Diablo 2 on stream, probably a lot when it first comes out. Nice, NKLA is breaking down. Dude, this is perfect. We want to get NKLA entry again back here. We scooped 40% on it already, or close to 50. We need to get back down closer to trend here. That'd be fantastic. That would be great. Like $12 again, 12.10. Renova. Oh god, Renova broke another sat, dude. Renova's dead. Bye, Renova. Still not getting entry on NBRV. Still not taking entry on that. ONTX is getting close. What are we on, the hourly? Let's go to the daily. I don't need to see the hourly. CTRM is getting close as well. I think you're more down closer to 167. MJARF, dude, I'm so done with that stupid coin. I missed my entry because I didn't update my heartbreaking. Interesting. And VO broke huge. 40% move. What was that, like a 1 hour pump? Jesus, dude. Didn't even hit trend. Voyager getting close to our target. That's really good. Really good on Voyager. ALP still breaking. Good. San is still moving. That's surprising that San is moving down still. Maybe it'll hit that 2-2. San is hard to buy because you have to buy the fund. You can't buy the actual stock. You're buying the managed fund. I believe it's a managed fund that you're buying on it. I think that's the one. Pretty sure it's San. Ooh, again, I don't know, dude. This is a really tough one to justify. Zomedia, yeah, Zomedia needs to keep falling, but I think Zomedia is pretty decent in the future. We can maybe move this up to purple. No, it's not ready yet. It's just got so long to go still. Like, it needs to come down into here. Yeah, no, we're just gonna wait on it. $23andMe holding its move. I don't think it's gonna hold. AMC huge pullback. Yeah, I don't know what people expected this thing to rocket up to like $1 billion. Like, maybe it'll come hold down here. I don't know what people expect with AMC. It's kind of weird. Like the same thing they expect with GME to be at like $1,000 overnight. It's like, okay. It's fine. It'll be the daily on this one now. Yep. The daily trend. That's fine. Everything else is useless here. That's your breakout for the future. Gone, gone, gone. PLTR has a great opportunity to break out now. So this is really good. PLTR could have like a crazy move up. I'm going to move PLTR to yellow. Yellow's tier 2? Yeah, yellow. PLTR can now officially have a pretty big breakout. S4. Oh, dude, S4. This is a kryptonite coin. GME. Yeah, like, I don't know what people expect with like AMC and GME. Like, what do they think? It's just gonna, like, it's the next Bitcoin and it just moves up and never stops? Like, I don't know what they're expecting here. It's really weird, man. People talking about AMC retirement money. It's like, yeah, if your retirement is outside of a big blue bin, put your life savings in it and go broke. Same with Coinbase's IPO. Like, I don't know what people expect. Everybody's talking about day one $1,000. I like, dude, I remember before this thing got listed in April, everybody was like, oh, it's opening at $350, 1,000 by the end of the day. Get in now. And it's like, I remember being like, I'm not going to touch it. $350 for coin? You got to be kidding me. You got to be talking about like $50 to $20 Coinbase before I'm even considering this. Like $1,000, dude. I remember everybody on the. I remember driving with my wife, and it was like 2 days, and I told her, I said, you know, there's this great, like, you know, Coinbase, right? And she's like, yeah. I said, yeah. So they got an IPO or ICO or whatever it is. I don't know, IPO. Yeah, IPO. It's not crypto. It's on the CBOE. So I said, yeah, they got an IPO coming, and people are talking about it going to $1,000. And she's like, oh, because she doesn't know. I tell her the price, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, $1,000. Yes, sounds good. I don't know why she always has a German accent. That's weird. Not German. She's from Ghana. Anyways, moving on. I remember talking to her about this in our car, and I was like, people are crazy that they're going to be buying this thing at $350. And I said, like, even at $250, even like $100 clearance sale, like, you guys are nuts out of your mind to be buying coin at $250. Like, you're talking about like $20-$50. So everybody was so juiced up on this. I remember reading news articles, like, Bitcoin was pumping at this time. I think Bitcoin was still up at like 49K or something like that. I don't know, it was at some stupid price, and all the news articles, the whole world for 2 days was center focused around Coinbase and the listing, and it's being listed at $350. How many news articles I saw? It's being listed at $350, and that's just the start. It's about to, you know, $1,000 by the end of the day, and then once the retail investors have bought it at the opening price on opening bell, and after it goes to $1,000, then we're expecting to see an influx of retail traders and bank traders going and propping up the price even further. So if you're an investor, you get in at $350 as quick as it opens, and I'm sitting there thinking, dude, are you smoking crack? They're talking about this on Fox, CNBC, BBC News. Dude, what are you talking about? It's not going to $1,000. And I remember telling everybody that I said, you guys are out of your mind if you're buying Coinbase. I'm not touching this thing. And so, like, how many news articles, how many people on Twitter, how many of this, that, they all just follow, like, herd mentality. They all just followed this. Oh yeah, fucking sell my Doge, hedge right into coin. After that's done its run, hedge back into Bitcoin because it's about to hit 1 million. It's like, dude, fucking put your money in a blender. You got a recipe for disaster, man. Like, holy crap, dude. What are you talking about? Hedging Doge to coin? I remember when people were talking about this. I remember. Do you remember? I remember. Hedge Pepperidge Farm remembers. Everybody remembers. Only people who don't remember are the ones who tweeted how they're buying it, and now it's like dirty laundry in their closet, right? They ignore it for 2 weeks before. Actually, their 2 weeks is like 20 years. One day in the future when they're retired, they'll be like, yeah, that was kind of foolish. It's like, yeah, it was foolish, man. You put your money in a blender, dude. That was more than foolish. So I remember when people were talking about coin and how it's going to boost out of its mind. And I'm so happy that I was able to tell people, like, dude, guys, like $50. Like, what are you talking about Coinbase going $1,000 on day one? Like, this is an IPO from the most volatile, like, there's no world where coin is going to $1,000. And then everybody just forgot about it. Everybody just brushed it under the rug like Coinbase didn't exist. Everybody had such a big opinion on Coinbase. And then, lo and behold, a week passes, nobody's talking about coin because everybody lost their family savings on coin. Nobody's talking about it. They want to ignore it like it happened. It's got to be that fucking Elon, dude. He did it. He was involved. There goes the brain cells up to the moon with his rocket ship. Dude, I remember coin, dude. I never forget. Never forget, dude. Coin is just... How many people are hyped up on this garbage? It's like, you guys don't understand the stock markets if you're hyped on coin, dude. Like, this shit's gonna die out, and when it gets released, you know who's making money on coin? The people who invested in Coinbase back in like 2017, when it was like a 50-cent list, IPO, 50 cents. Fast forward 4 years, and they sold for like $300. Dude, I remember when this thing first got listed, I think it was like 50 cents or $1. Actually, I might be confusing it with something else. It might have been like $10. And I think maybe it was around $10 when it first got, you could, 2017 or whenever it happened, I just remember getting the email. You can now be a part of the Coinbase IPO when we launch. You can buy stock now. I remember getting that email, dude. And I was like, yeah, okay. No, thank you. I'm good, man. I don't like locking my money away for 4 years on hopes and dreams. If you did that and you made money, chill, man. Awesome for you. Good on you, bruv. Like, let's go. Get it. For me, not for me, man. I'm not locking my money away for 4 years on hopes and dreams. Flying rainbows through marshmallows just to make some kind of milkshake of multi flavors. No thanks, dude. Coinbase, man. What a laugh. I laugh. I don't know about you guys. I hope you guys didn't buy. You're not laughing with me if you guys bought Coinbase. I warned you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Never once will you ever have a clip of me saying, maybe coin can go up. I think this is the time. Inverse that statement, because that's all I've ever said. So, okay, well, we're done here. All these things that people hype up, it's like, okay, man. I mean, when a hedge fund starts its day in the office, do they sit down and have a specific goal? Good question, man. I'm going to talk about this. I like this question. Do they come to a consensus group, or does each individual sit at his computer trying to make the best trade? So there's a couple different ways it can be run. From what I've seen, there's different levels and teams. So the ones that I've been involved with, you typically have a team, and each team is kind of responsible for their own goals. Like, I guess you could think of it as like a manager and manager and employee kind of thing. Like, think of like a sales floor where you have managers and employees, and managers for each department. Like, think about like an electronics store. Like, there's a home theater manager, there's a car audio manager, there's cell phone mobile manager, there's an appliances manager, and then they all have their own like teams, and they have a manager, and then there's one big manager, right? Think of that. And it's like they all have their own teams. So these teams consist of people who are chasing the news, and usually it's like top people who are like doing new stuff, and they're traveling, and they're, you know, got whatever hookups to, like, their grind is very different. Like, the way they trade is kind of, they call people and they have like insider information. They have like really good relationships with people, and they're trying to like do inside news, and they're trying to find these articles and this and that. They're not really trying to find articles. It's more of like a communications chain between people. And then they also have a communications to different types of selling platforms. I won't get into that, but anyways, they have their own communication means. So you have like fundamental traders, and then you have like a team that's doing like algo trading. So they'll do like, you know, whatever, algo trading, and they have their ways that they make money, and they're kind of all have their own goals that they need to hit. So like the algo trading team will need to make X amount, and they're, you know, they can only lose X amount, and they need to make X amount. And the fundamentalists will do that, and then they kind of have like a value associated with them, like, oh, these are our big dogs, and these are just like, you know, these are just like the algo traders, or this is like a arbitrage team. So they kind of all have like a value. That's how I've seen it structured, where it's a lot of different teams, I guess you would call it. And then they each have kind of their own grind. Individuals, like salespeople, right? Just like individuals responsible, and then management makes a decision. And then if it's a good decision, management brings it higher up, right? Kind of like that. You missed SXP. Damn, dude. I don't think, okay. Grayscale, dude, I don't follow the news, dude. I know you're not new to the channel, Elf, so I'm not sure why you're asking about fundamental stuff, because I know you're not new, because I've seen your name here for months. Want me to play Yu-Gi-Oh, play Fortnite? So on the list, I've never played Apex. I would be so green at Apex, but okay, we'll put it on the list. Apex, we'll do Apex. We'll add Red Dead Redemption 2. Valorant. Connect 4, play Sims. Sims 1. Dude, let's go. Trading on a CPU versus phone? Not really, dude. Let's make TikToks. So Liquid says there's several concepts. Breaks on hold, Pandora's tops and bottoms. All those concepts are FOT, BP, BE. You said FOR, but I know you mean FOT. FOT, BP, BE. Until you study those concepts like really hard, you'll be playing, I guess, in game. Liquid is so bang on with that. Ah, you said FOT. Yeah, I knew it did. Sold sand for 60 profit, dude. Nice one. Recovering a bit of the losses. Good on you, man. Great job. Grind is tougher than poker grind, for sure, dude. It's different. Poker grind has a different set of challenges, okay? Let's be realistic about that. Poker is cool, but it has a different set of challenges. I already lost $40 trying to learn what I can from Con to make trades. Yep. Any thoughts about BTC for the recent future? Up and coming future? Yeah, like 5,800. Any chance Renova to push up? I want to catch a Con yacht party. I don't know, man. I guess we'll see. Renova, like I've said it from day one, Renova is just like a home run position. It's a lottery ticket position. You just put money on it that you're willing to lose. Do this like a few times a year. Is max 30x leverage a problem if you want to make it as a pro day trader? Absolutely not. You can make it as a pro day trader on spot, dude. 30x doesn't matter. I'm talking really fast and I have only had one coffee. You know why? Because last night, this is what happened, okay? Last night, we're in the expert tier session. It was 7:30 p.m., 7:20, 7:30. I'm like, Bitcoin's about to dump. I can't stay up for this. I need to get some sleep. I am so burned down. I'm like, I'm at that point where bacon starts to go crispy and it's like perfectly delicious because it's got a little bit of crunch, to the point where it's like chewing a rock and it crumbles, like chewing a cracker, and it just breaks apart in your mouth and it's terrible and it's ruined. I was at that crispy level for tiredness because I was so dead. I needed sleep because I've been working so hard lately, like getting wallpapers up, sick wallpapers. Like I got a new wallpaper for Discord. I got IG going up. I got a ton of things I'm working on. There's still so much to develop. I got brand new content coming out. So I went to sleep at 8 p.m. last night. And this is what happens when I actually catch up on sleep. I can function properly. So now I've got one coffee and sleep and I'm ready to go. BT still go to 34. I don't know. I would be looking for more to ladder off this range. I think you've got some pretty big polarity between 33.2 and actually going to the top of the last move, which is 34x right in here, like this 4 hour. So I think, you know, you've just created like the back test on everything, right? Like you've actually already created the daily test right here. Look, I'll show you. You've created this daily test, which has been testing. It's now laddering its test down to the 4 hour, right? So you've got the daily here. You've got the 4 hour, which already tested here, right? So you can delete that. You've got this 4 hour, which tested here. The next 4 hour is here. So this is, if it breaks out of this hourly range, it's polarized to that level. So you have to make a choice between these two. And if it breaks above this, you're probably going to trend. So very, very straightforward. I guess if we're putting Apex on here, we put Warzone as well. You put COD Warp Zone on there. I feel like I'm better than 50% of these day traders because of your videos, Cotton, and some cocky shit, LMAO. I mean, there are professional day traders who get, like, so I had a company approach me. I've talked about this a few times on stream. I had a company approach me maybe about a month ago now, and they wanted me to take traders that I knew from my community who were good and give them money. It's their money. Like, they're a company who they connect day traders with investors and they run a fund out of it. So they said, Cotton, can you take your best day traders in your community and we'll give them 50K to trade with, and you think really good, we can give them 200K to trade with, and you know, you'll get a percentage and we get a percentage, and or we get the most of it and they get a percentage. So it's like basically giving people careers, right? I didn't end up doing it. I thought the thought was interesting, but I also didn't do it yet. I need my science to be developed more before I recommend people. But there's a lot of traders who are trading for funds who are using like MACD, RSI, these things that just don't work, and they do barely okay. So I mean, 50%, if you watch my videos, I think 50% of these professional day traders that are actually day trading for a living, I think you're more like 90% better than them. Even if you're just out of FOT, you're probably like 90% above, because there's still, most of them are using, like, I've worked at trading teams, I've never seen anybody using a raw science. Nobody. Everybody's using some garbage. There's fucking 20 screens with 1,000 icons on it. Like, literally what you see in meme content where it's like they've got 6 screens and there's like all these crazy things, and then they've got a TV up in the sky on this big round banner thing with TVs and news and fucking digital billboard with like scrolling text going in a circle and 6 screens, tickers, volume here. That, like, that's so real, it's not even funny. Like, you guys think this is meme content. It's actually how, like, you walk into a hedge office or like an office with traders. That's what it is. And it's just worse and worse, and like, it's literally a picture out of a book, out of like their trading manual. Like, this is how things are run at Coinbase Capital. Like, this is literally how it's run. It's so effed up, man. I'm on the Forex screen. Rip. GG production. and get these courses so much. My question is, after I watch YouTube, beginners to advanced, more videos, I need to learn more. Absolutely. Future of trading, everything. She's German, he's lying. Your wife's from Ghana. Yeah, my wife's from Ghana. Oh, Liquid is so bang on with his. He's such a professional, man. He's so bang on with what he's saying about this stuff. I love seeing his takes because he's somebody who, he understands the grind. Like, him and I come from the same background of poker, so he understands what it means to actually grind. Like, there's a certain thing that being a poker player gives you. It kind of gives you this defeat where it's like, I expect to lose for so long until I can just kind of make it. So he comes from that same world I do, where it's like, I expect to lose and there's nothing else. And if you can just push through that grind, it kind of teaches you how to study and how to be like, the value of just going hardcore and unlocking deeper layers, like peeling the layers of the onion back. He sees, like, he understands this very well from, you know, my own two eyes, or a shared set of eyes that comes from the same background, right? Like, it's what you get when you're, you know, successful poker player, because you understand what you have to actually do to get there. And then it's like that translates right into trading. So those values of those teachers, like, I love Liquid's take, because you know what, he's always, it's like the same eyes, right? The whole circus kind of led me to, because I was looking for this for some sense. Yeah. Yeah, did SPSE ever launch? Like, this is supposed to be this big, like, thing, right? Like SPCE or whatever. Everybody was, it probably just tested a level and rejected. Like, I'm sure there's a level in here that it just tests and rejects, right? Like, you could just go and find the greediest level. Oh, there's the hourly. Let's see if it rejects off this. Back to you, Dan. There's the 15. Let's see. Does it hold the hourly and go after the 15? Let's take a look. Did it do the Bitcoin? Be a game of limbo. How low can you go, or how high can you go? Hey, it went to our level. Oops. Hey, it went to our next trend. I gotta switch this to the hourly before it goes there. Okay, we're on the hourly. Where are we going? Does it even get to the hourly? So did it hit a backside, or does it actually push up again? Backside is here. That's fine. That's tested. So then you'd be right here. Yeah, I held that. It's fine. Same thing. So you just have to break down your time frames to find it. Did we mismark the hourly? No, the hourly's here. Backside on the 4 is here, right? What did we miss? We missed something. Let's go back. So here's the 4 hour, right? So did it just test the 4 hour? Was that all it did? Yeah, it just holds the 4 hours. Same exact thing Bitcoin did. Exactly. 4 hour tests above the 4 hours. So test somewhere inside the 4 hour. Literally the exact same thing Bitcoin just did is what this thing did. Like 1-to-1. So here's the next hourly level right here. So you could test this. You could go deeper in the range. Is there like greedier stuff? 15s? Yeah, so you can, we already know it doesn't go there, so we don't need to do that. You could even be at the backside 15, which is here technically, which would be the backside 5 origin local. So you got the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 5. Yeah, it just holds the 4 hour. Literally the exact same thing Bitcoin just did. It just held the 4 hour move. Holds the first 4 hour. Did it ladder off this one? Ladders off this 4 hour. Like, how, like, I don't get it, man. It can be so easy and people just refuse. It can be so easy, man. Okay, well, that's fine. $20K at, oof, that's rough. That's 64. Yeah, put $20K at the top, dude. It sounds like every Doge trader in the world. The rational male will elevate your life drastically. I feel like I'm already pretty balanced, man. Relationship dynamics, family structure, parenting. I feel like I'm already pretty balanced. Remember, I come from intergender dynamics, social and psychological underpinnings, intergender relationships. Gotta remember, I come from a family of psychology, so things like this are not really new to me. I walked into a talk where people are treating ICOs as lottery tickets. Yep. I don't buy ICOs. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want deeper knowledge, that's what the patron tiers are for, right? If you want to learn FOT better, sign up for the interactive quizzes. Like there's like 40 interactive quizzes on there or something, like 35 interactive quizzes, and they're hard. They're not easy. It'll really test your knowledge. Same with Blueprint. Like if you guys are on Blueprint and you want that deeper level of knowledge, sign up for the patron tier. It's why they're there. People who want to learn more and do better in these markets, it's why I have those tiers, right? I have as much as I can out for free. And that's why I have those tiers. Like if you're on FOT, join the FOT tier. Compile your learnings with the interactive quizzes so you can test yourself to know what's true and what's not. So you don't have these questions. Oh, should I do this? Should I do that? Like it gets answered on the FOT interactive quiz tier from patron. Yeah, get ready to, yep. Get ready to call me every curse word, yep. Apex is good. Rainbow Six. I don't think I'll get into Rainbow Six. Heroes of the Storm, HOTS. Yeah, I used to play HOTS professionally. A lot of hedge fund traders use indicators, like 90, like a lot of them. I'm Pred and Apex hit me up. I never played the game a day in my life. D2. I'll be playing D2. Red Dead Redemption 2 story mode. Yeah. I want to play RDR2 5M RP. That's what I want to do. Gaming is temporary, trading is forever. Yeah. You found it really informative? Yeah, that's a great video. Trading Doge isn't bad. You just need to trade it against Bitcoin, dude. Just replace altcoin X with any Bitcoin chart and you're good to trade, you know. What would you do when you went to a hedge fund and found someone using science? There are already people who do that. People who I have trained are already working for hedge funds. People who I have mentored, some of them are trading for hedge funds now, making really big money. We see a picture of your wife? No, I keep my family pictures. I'll show a picture of my daughter because she's young enough that people wouldn't be able to like recognize her, but I kind of keep that world separate. Like here's a picture of my daughter. She's young enough here that as she grows up you'll never be able to recognize her, but like my son and my wife, they're too recognizable now. Like they've grown into, you know. That's a picture of my daughter though. She's almost 1 now. Wholesome cotton moment. Oh, crypto screener daughter. That was weird. My friend is finally starting the beginner's course. Sounds like he finally wants to make some gains. Let's go, dude. Yeah, so there's people who I've trained in mentorship who are now working for hedge funds, making huge money. More than I make, actually, doing what I do. So that's kind of weird. That's a bit of a fuck you feeling, but it is what it is. What am I supposed to do? I'm happy they're successful. I'm happy they're making 7+ figures a year doing what they do. So that's what I train them to do. How could I be mad? But it's just kind of like a fuck you to me because it's like not from them, just from the world to me. It's like I make what I make doing this, and they make like, I taught them how to do it, and then they make like 6-7 times as much as I do. It's like, okay, I'm happy for them. It's just like the universe is giving me a middle finger from space. Like I look up at the stars at night and I see a middle finger forming in the star patterns. It's like, yeah, that's, thanks, man. Should we learn poker first? Poker's dead end. Poker's dead. Amount of knowledge is incredible. You're welcome, JDM. Our poker past explains why I chose you and not someone else as my top advising expert. Yeah, absolutely, man. No, you can use it in any market frozen. No one listened to you in your group chat. Let them burn their money, dude. What was my first reaction? I don't know if I had a reaction, more just like a realization, more just like a rush of feelings. Wait, why would I be mad? I was kind of confused with that too. You asked for a picture of my wife and then you're like, mad. Yeah, there will be new blueprint material for sure. How are your general skills in life? Good. I do all my own work on my house. Like if anything goes wrong with my house, like if a piece of siding falls off, I've got power tools to fix my house. I've no problem climbing on a roof and replacing shingles, tarring shingles. Like I worked in oil and as a janitor back in the day, like I worked in oil. So fixing machinery, I'm good at that. I grew up building vehicles with my dad, like motorcycles and Jeeps. I grew up building motorcycles and Jeeps. So I'm good at life things. Like have a good balance. Great at computers, but I'm a great cook. I love cooking. I think it's very therapeutic. I love cooking. Used to fish a lot when I was younger. People keep saying Yu-Gi-Oh, dude. I don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh, man. I'm not playing Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't want to play any card games. I want to play something more interactive. There's a lot of money in options. Daughter's beautiful. Thanks. You went through a breakup last week. Origin level broke your heart. That sucks, man. You're not the only one who was born under the infamous middle finger constellation. Nice, man. Cooking stream. I've said this before. You guys, like, it's really interesting. You know why content creators do cooking streams? Because they can do this, okay? Anybody who has like a accounting structure and knows about writing off parts of your house, this will really resonate with you. Okay, content creator does cooking stream. They do it once a month, okay? Because they do it once a month, they can write off their kitchen and their living room as office space. But it has to be every 30 days. It has to be once a month. There's minimum requirements for most governments is it has to be used at least once a month. So it has to be used 12 times a year. So one cooking stream a month. Your grocery bill on week 1, 2, and 3 is $100. Your grocery bill on week 4, $1,500. You stock the month. That's the cooking stream week. And that once a month writes off your groceries, your square footage for your kitchen, your square footage for your living room. Kind of smart. But it's a little bit of a cringe take because it's kind of like angle grinding the taxation. But I guess if it's legal, why is it bad? But $100 week 1 for groceries. You buy milk, you buy bread, and you buy big boxes of crackers, dude. That's like the cheapest shit that'll get you through oatmeal, crackers, almost expired milk, and you just go once a week, right? And bread, like 50% off clearance bread. Just good for a few days. $100, $100, $100, $1,500. Get it all in that week. Right off your kitchen, right off your grocery bill, right off your living room. This is where I cook. Here's my dining room. It's beautiful. Let's eat. Halfway through my meal, I like to eat my dessert on my couch. Let's go to the living room. And then it's like, okay, right off, right off, right off, right off. Once a month, dude. I was considering a trading course like $300 and I sent God and giving these S tiers info for free. S tier for sure, dude. Let's talk about games. What are we playing, guys? We got Apex, Red Dead 2, Valorant, and Warp Zone. What do we play? Warzone, Apex. Like, I don't want to play Warzone, dude. Everybody cries about hackers in Warzone. I have no interest in playing Warzone, dude. I really don't have an interest in playing a Call of Duty game. That leaves Valorant, Red Dead, and Apex. It's got Apex, Valorant, and Red Dead 2 to prep for the RP servers. Because I promise you guys, once RP Red Dead 2 comes out, dude, shit's gonna be like 500k viewers. Everybody will be playing that. So I kind of want to prep. One of these three. It's going to be one of these three. Maybe we should open up a vote poll. Hackers in the game. Apex is trash at the moment. Is this real? Can anybody confirm this? Because I won't play a game with hackers in it. Crispy aim and Valo. Dude, my aim is shit now. I'm going to have to boot up like aim labs, and I don't use Kovacs, but Kovacs is like really good. But aim labs, I have to boot up aim labs basically and start aim lab training, which I don't know if I want to do. Yeah, like but how bad is it in Apex? Like how bad on a scale of 1 to 10? You guys tell me. You can see my specs by typing in specs in the chat. I think it's specs. Stay away from Apex. The downfall about playing Valo is I'm gonna need to do some serious aim training. Like aim labs is a huge defecto for playing Valorant right now. Like I don't know if I want to burn out my wrist playing aim labs, like aim training like crazy. Red Dead 2, Apex, like Red Dead 2 is something I get into. It'd be pretty easy to get into. The viewership is low, but decent game. How bad is Apex? 10 because of hackers? Is it that bad? GTA RP? I don't know if I want to play GTA RP. I've done it on stream before. It was fun, but if I'm gonna get into RP, I'd rather get into something fresh, like maybe back into Rust now that they have new servers, or probably not Rust. I don't think I'm that big of a fan of Rust, but like RDR2 to prep for the RP servers. I'm just gonna Google Apex hackers, see what it's being said about the scene in Apex right now. Oh, got hacked by the same people who hacked Titanfall. Titanfall fans have hacked Apex Legends in efforts to flag attention for developers of Respawn. Isn't that pretty bad that hackers are hacking Apex just to prove a point that it's easily hackable? DDoS in ranked games. This is why streamers aren't playing it as much anymore. That makes sense. If it's really bad for hacking, streamers aren't. Like people like Shroud and the real streamers out there, they're not going to play a game that's like shit fiested. It's the same thing with Warzone. Like the only people who are playing Warzone are the people who have to. Like the only people playing this game are people who have to for viewership, and there's nothing else out right now. Because if there was something else that could replace Warzone, trust me, people would play it. People ain't playing this shit because this thing is hacked too. It's like the same problem with Escape from Tarkov. It's just that maybe EFT is better now. I'm not a big fan of Warzone. I think it's like really... I'd rather play PUBG than Warzone, to be honest. And the moment you hit the highest ranks, it's almost impossible to play 1,500 hours into the game. Isn't PUBG dead though? Isn't PUBG mainly bots now? Like that's why people stop playing PUBG because it's like overrun by bots. Yeah, the only reason PUBG has popped off viewership right now is overseas, like SEA players. But isn't PUBG basically like all bots? Like PUBG and Warzone are dead cooked games. Like they're not dead viewership wise, but like nobody's really wanting to play them. Like anybody who's like a serious competitor is playing either like Valorant, having fun in RP, Minecraft speedruns. I don't know, PUBG. From what I know about PUBG, it's just like bots everywhere. It's just completely run by, it's just bots, like bots farming to sell skins. From what I know, I could be wrong, but that's what I understand about PUBG right now. Warzone is like filled with hackers. People are like popping, like bursting at the seams. Apparently Apex is filled with hackers. EFT used to be filled. Dude, hackers are just like, man, no wonder so many people play RP, dude, because there's no point in playing anything else. Like, who gives a shit about hackers and RP? What are people gonna do? It's like kind of laughable, right? FF14 is going off right now because of everybody leaving Warcraft. I know that. I know like a lot of people are leaving Warcraft because they're pissed off with Blizzard, going over to like FF14. So FF14 is growing really fast right now. Same reason I didn't get into Battlefield. C is still hot on PUBG. Yeah, for sure it is. Best Battleground is totally accurate Battleground. PUBG dead on PC. I would agree with that. PUBG is probably dead on PC. This is probably like a lot of mobile and console players, I would assume. You hate Battle Royale? I really like Battle Royales, dude. I used to play PUBG when it came out. I was really good. I was knocking first place in solo twos and squads like constantly daily. I was getting like 3-4 wins solos. I loved PUBG, man, when it first came out. I don't think they're dead. I just think the ones that we have are trash. I won't play Fortnite. I refuse to play Fortnite. I have no interest in Fortnite. Warzone, hackers. PUBG, dead. Apex, apparently hackers. I would have tried Apex if it wasn't for the hackers. %, Asian region. Yeah, there's a lot of SEA players. Warframe? Where's Warframe? Probably not. Single player game? Or is this based on tribes? No. Isn't this like a single player game like Division? Or am I thinking of a different? I'm pretty sure this game is kind of like Division, right? It's like third person gear grinder, I think. I do play MOBAs, not anymore though. Too killer on the wrists. Destiny 2. Yeah, but they're not making Destiny 3. Destiny 2 is hype. Yeah. I don't if I'm gonna play a gear grinder, I'm gonna play D2 when it comes out. Dead by Daylight? Somebody said Dead by Daylight. Isn't Dead by Daylight that game where there's like one, it's like Halloween or something? There's one killer and it's like a bunch of people conspiring against a killer? Like Among Us, but it probably came out before Among Us, since like Dead by Daylight 5 or whatever. What, I don't know, is this like one? I don't know what this is. Is this like Roman numerics? 5? Dead by Daylight? Is this a graphic? Dead by Daylight. There's like one hunter and 4 survivors or something like that. And the hunter can like chain people up. Like this one, the hunter can chain people up and it has to capture the souls. Some crap like that, right? Yeah, no, I'm not into that. Like it sounds like Valorant. Oh, dude. Maybe just CSGO. Dota Battlegrounds? No, I don't want to play Dota Auto Chess. Civ? Don't want to play Civ. I want to play something with viewership. I like playing games that are relevant. I think it's fun to play relevant games. TFT. I don't think I want to get into TFT. It's such a grind. It's the other auto battler. c0tt. No, I don't want to play c0tt. Yeah, I mean, Valorant's no hackers, but it's just like an Aim Labs grind, man. Aeon just came out, didn't it? I don't think I want to play an MMO. If I was going to play an MMO, it might be like New World, maybe. Maybe New World when it comes out. FF14 is so established, but I maxed on FF14 back in the day. Like 10 years ago when it first came out, I maxed and did all the raids. Like it would just, I kind of feel like, I'm sure there's lots of new content, but it would be a lot of the same. I love the Final Fantasy visual styling in the world. Maybe just CSGO. Get back into EFT, man. EFT is a grind. I don't know if I want to do EFT. Hackers and EFT pissed me off so much. Warzone, Valo. Don't think Apex is where I'm gonna go. I don't think Apex. For a moment, I thought maybe like CS or Valorant, maybe. Like, do I want to fry my wrists? Or I could do RDR2. So it's RDR2 or Valo. Could open up a poll on it. Pro mod COD 4. COD is dead, man. People don't play COD. If they're gonna play Call of Duty for comp, they're gonna play Valo or CS. Call of Duty's always been a joke for competitive. So like, what, you're gonna be like Scump and play Search and Destroys on COD snipe montage jumping op shots? Dude, no thanks, man. I'd rather play a game that's actually realistic. If I was gonna play some garbage fiesta like COD for comp, like SND mode, I'd just play Counter-Strike. Like, why play a game that rotates once a year when you have like a 20-year engine that actually has a reason to play it? Scrabble. It's either RDR2 or Valo. Thoughts on BF? Not interested. I wasn't impressed with the trailer. I thought it was pretty underwhelming, to be honest. It's either gonna be Valorant or RDR2. But Valorant, I really need to like aim train again. Let's put a vote on it. Let's put a poll on it. Valorant or Red Dead Redemption? Jesus, no dark mode. This is terrible on my brain. Red Dead 2, Valorant. Ultimately, I'll make my choice in the end, but yeah, I'd like to see what people say. Yeah, I already talked about Bitcoin a lot today. Watch the replay, man. Crimson Desert. That sounds really familiar. Yeah, I've seen this. I know what this is. The sandbox game, right? Sandbox MMO. Open world adventure. I don't know if it's an MMO. Maybe it's a survival, sandbox survival. Games always look great until they actually come out. People are saying Red Dead Redemption 2. AOC. Yeah, I've heard AOC is a lot of good stuff about AFC. I played 1.6. Isn't AOC in alpha right now? Didn't they just enter alpha? I know there's some news about AOC alpha middle of July. So the AOC alpha is coming out soon. So you could buy into the AOC alpha, but I think you'd probably be TOS'd into not being able to stream it. It's an open alpha, I believe. Middle of July open alpha, maybe. Alpha 1, no NDA. Oh, cool. So you could buy into Alpha 1 and there's no NDA on Alpha. July 14th. Oh, that's today, dude. So they have multiple alphas coming out and then beta 1 and beta 2. AOC is an ambitious title. I'll see what it looks like. That's cool. They got an NDA free I guess AOC is probably going to be at the top of the Twitch list today. Like, is it already up? Red Dead Redemption 2. Somebody big is gonna pick this up probably. 678 viewers. Somebody big is gonna pick this up. Like Summit might pick this up, or like Summit's playing Swatar right now. I think that's pretty cool. Maybe somebody is gonna pick this up. AOC Alpha 1 though, I don't know. Maybe not, because of viewership purposes they might not pick it up, but interesting. That'll be interesting to see if AOC gets picked up by anybody good, anybody big in the streaming world. It probably, I may like, what, 20k views tops maybe. I don't think everybody's, you know, waiting in line to play AOC non-NDA Alpha 1. Like, I don't think that's, maybe beta, like post, like if beta is not going to have resets, like beta, I'm pretty sure Alpha is going to have resets, right? Like Alpha goes into post reset beta 1 launch. That's probably when you're going to see a viewership push on it. Let's open a GTRP server. No, thank you. You know how much work that is, dude? Can we please do trading for a living? You can, dude. You can do whatever you want. There is another YouTube channel where it is uploaded here. Let me link it. I have to add it to the list of oh god, do I have it? Hold on. This is the channel where the VODs get uploaded. I guess I should add this to Nightbot. Hold on, let me add a... But to be fair, this is on the socials page. We'll go hashtag VODs. So now we have a VODs command. Hold on. VODs should work. Command already exists. Okay. Do I already have this? Yeah, but I need to update it. Okay, that's why. Should work now. What's up, man? What's up, Badai? Adai? I'm not sure how you say your name. Low is not there. Oh, it's c0tt0neers. Sorry, c0tt0neers. You can see everything here as well. Hey, Motion, what's up, dude? You can see everything on the c0tt0neers page. Everything I do is on here. So on my Cotton Candy TA, on my c0tt0neers page, everything is here that you'll ever need to follow me on. I always get messages. Is this you on Telegram? And then it's like a message from a Cotton Candy TA account. Hey man, do you want me to trade your money for you? All you have to do is send your BTC to this address and I promise big returns. It's like, okay man, that's definitely not me. Always on Telegram, dude. It's always some Telegram tag from a name that looks like mine. It's like, okay, dude. This is what I use. If it's not on here, I'm not using it. This is it. So just be very aware of that. It's always, I always get DMs. Dude, is this you? It's like some Telegram message asking for money. It's like, no, what do you think? I won't even take money from funds. Why would I be scalping Telegram nobodies? Not saying people are nobodies, but just the idea of just like scalping random people on Telegram. I won't even take money from funds. Why would I take it from random people on Telegram? What? It's gonna be one of these two. I'll decide today, but I definitely want to get into some more like different content because I like my morning show, but I'd like to expand my streaming hours into different kind of content that's interactive. It's probably going to be Valorant, but I'll give Red Dead 2 some serious thought. Man, Bitcoin this morning is just effing dead again, dude. Like every morning, all the big moves happen from here. It's already 4% in this, dude. It's gonna be one of these two. Probably Valorant, just because of how interactive Valorant is. Red Dead Redemption 2 is like great story mode, but unless you follow every single hour of every single content, you know, thing about Red Dead Redemption 2 is you kind of have to watch every single hour to follow the game. Valorant is just like, oh, I just tuned on Con, he's playing Valorant, quick 15-minute match, dude, let's go. You know what I mean? It's a little more intuitive for viewers. Red Dead Redemption 2 RP is going to be like super hype though, so I definitely have a big interest in RDR2 RP. Like I will be playing RDR2 RP for sure. Like if 5M releases a server, I'm in, dude. Like I'm in fully 100%. I'll be playing like hours and hours and hours every day. I'll probably turn into a bit of a gaming machine when it comes to RDR2. So that's kind of the allure of RDR2 is because I do want to kind of prep for RP, right? And 5M is working on a server for it, which is like insanely cool. I want to play RDR2 5M. That'd be. I know there's already RDR2 5M, but you want to play no sorry, not 5M, RP. You want to play on 5M though. Like yeah, I don't think you want to play just random RP servers. Generic rules. 5M does like a world-class job of making great servers. Yeah, NoPixel is making the server. Sorry, I should have clarified. Yeah, 5M is framework and NoPixel is the server. Yeah. I should have clarified. Tram, you're right though. Yes, it's NoPixel. I always say 5M because it's the launcher, but I like replace all 5M with NoPixel. NoPixel is working on it. NoPixel is the big GTA 2 server or GTA RP server as well. 5M is the launcher and NoPixel is the devs. Like the people who host the server, make the rule set, keep it up. Framework is just by 5M. I think that's it for me today, guys. It's 9:30. We're not doing anything. We're watching Bitcoin be a snail. I've given my thoughts on Bitcoin. I've gone through the markets. You know, the thing about the morning stream is I would love to expand the time that I stream. Like I would love to get into longer streams and start transitioning more into Twitch. But I need like a segment break. I don't want to be just doing charts all day. I find I need to look at charts for an hour to an hour and a half max, and it can be a great warm-up routine for the rest of the day, and it still allows me to do my day trading thing while getting into some other content. Because doing charts for more than 45 minutes to an hour, it's kind of just content fill after that. I would rather have an hour, like the morning show, an hour of solid content, maybe look at a few news things, and then go into some different kind of content. I feel like the peak of doing stocks every day, which is my main grind, it can be done in an hour and then revisited all day long in between matches and things like that, which is much smarter because I'd actually probably be able to get into trades that way. So I'm not sitting there handcuffed into a 2-hour window in the morning, because I never get trades at these little windows. Like there's no trade to be had here. So what's the point? So I would like to increase my Twitch streaming hours. Like I do want to become a presence on Twitch, you know, Twitch/IG as time goes on. But there has to be some kind of other content to splice in, because it can't just be looking at charts, because nothing's happening. I'm not taking trades because I'm not going to force trades in the hour window that I have in the morning. And I get through my routine, and then after that, it's like, okay, well, I love the idea though of having like a warm-up stream, chart, make money, can play games during the day. Because I'm not a trader anymore. I'm a content creator now, right? Like I'm not a trader, so I don't have to be hyper focused on trading all day long. I haven't been for a long time. It's just my schedule is so crazy, like with things like butterfly effect, I almost have to hire a video editor just to take care of butterfly effect for me. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because it's mostly audio engineering. It's actually no video editing at all. It's almost all audio engineering, and I'm very peculiar with the way I want things to be. So yeah, I need to get through the audio engineering and butterfly effect so I can focus on creating other types of content, other types of day trading content, specifically deeper courses, more comedy takes, things like that. Sit in front of a chair by standing desk. Now we don't have to sit. Speed advancing article TA content about that. I have a lot of ideas actually about working with people. It's just, you know, everything in time. I've taken off more than I can chew right now, and I have huge updates coming out, so we're just going to play it chill for now. One of these two. I need to take the day to think about it, but yeah. Okay, that's it for me, y'all. See you later. See you tomorrow. Have a good day trading, and try to take some good trades. Cheers.